If you want a helmet just like this, go with a green iron. The link is in the description down below and the comment section. They have all types of teams from NFL, NCAA. You can get you a mini helmet, replica helmet. You can get a custom helmet if you want to as well. And also use my promo code at checkout, PITSIN, to get yourself an extra discount. So go over there and shop now. Hello my viewers, welcome back to the channel. By the video title, you know what this video is about. We're discussing, of course, the AFC North race and standings after week 12, entering week 13. And the Steelers still on top of the AFC North right now, but the Ravens do have 8 wins just as us, of course, as well. And the Ravens, they won their game against the Chargers yesterday. Very good game right there. Lamar Jackson, that touchdown he threw in the corner to Rashad Bateman was crazy. Scrambling to his left, putting it in the spot, but only his guy can get it. And going out, and Rashad Bateman made an amazing catch. Derrick Henry, 140 rushing yards yesterday as well. You look at Justice Hill, that big 50-yard run he had too as well. Like that, so that right there was very cool to see them go out there and handle business. Like I mentioned before, I know there are rival teams, but I love watching Lamar Jackson play. He's a very good player. He's a phenomenal athlete out there. He makes things happen. A magician out there with the ball. I just don't like when we play our team, of course. I want him to be terrible when he play us. When we play anybody else, I want to go out there and shine. That man is a generational player. He's gonna be one of the best of this generation, probably one of the best players of this generation, one of the best players of all time when it's all said and done. He's a phenomenal player. But they went out there and handled business versus the Chargers. I picked them to win versus the Chargers. Now they're sitting at 8-4. Steelers sitting at 8-3. Now Steelers need to handle business, of course, against the Bengals. The Steelers went out there and tried to overlook the Browns a little bit. That short week coming up like that, the division game. Like I mentioned many times on this channel before, division games and records don't matter. Records don't matter at all in division games, and also you can lose to anybody, and you can also beat anybody in this league. You just have to go out there and prepare. The Browns came more prepared versus the Steelers, and they got us beat up. I know George Pickens was saying, well, the Browns, if they play us again, they won't be like George Pickens. They take the loss on the chin. I'm like, we went out there and they played more prepared than us. They went out there and was 4 for 4, I think, on 4th downs. They on 3rd down, they only had 1 3rd down conversion, but they was out there making plays happen. In the red zone, you see them make plays, get touchdowns, and punch the ball in twice with Nick Chubb, with James Winston as well. They handle business. They played smart, handle business. Myles Garrett with 3 sacks in the first half as well. The strip sack, they handle business versus Steelers, and they got the victory. So you give them the kudos because it'd be pointless to be a sore loser. It'd be like, they got lucky. They didn't get lucky. They handle business. They prepared. And we had opportunities in that game to win the game. The last drive we had the ball, the Steelers decided to throw a 40-yard bomb instead of going to move the ball at the sticks. Throw a 40-yard bomb with a quarterback who haven't really thrown the ball all day, Justin Fields, threw the ball with him and complete it. Then you lost the game. The Browns just walked you down. On 3rd and 7, the Browns haven't converted the 3rd down the whole game. 3rd and 7, you let them get on your own. You get your all-pro safety, Minka Fitzpatrick over there in that area, and you got JPJ, who's a good player as well in that area. You let them get wide open and catch a pass on you on 3rd down, and that's kind of how you lost the game right there. So yeah, so the Steelers got to make sure they come prepared. I'm actually happy they lost this game a little bit now looking back at it, because it kind of get them to know, like, hey, lock in like that. You're at the top right now, but you can easily fall back to the bottom if you don't lock in and play smart. And this Sunday we got to play the Bengals. That's Kendrick Lamar's song, to squabble up. We got to squabble up with the Bengals this Sunday. Maybe hopefully we can win this squabble. We're gonna get beat up, get stumped out on national television playing the Bengals. We're gonna be on the road again versus Cincy. Cincy got a great offense. Jamar Chase, Joe Burrow, these different individuals, but the Steelers do have a great defense. We have a great team too as well, but they got to lock in and start playing their style of football again. Running the football, letting Najee get downhill. Stop doing all this fancy stuff, all this outside. Stop. Get downhill. Jalen Warren, keep the outside stuff. Do screen passes with Najee and Warren. Let Pat Freiermuth get the ball. There's opportunities Pat Freiermuth will open many times. Let him get the ball, get some touches. George Pickens as well. Mike Williams, if he's healthy and you're able to play him out there, create separation on the outside. Use that size advantage as well. Like they just play smart. And Russ got to find a way to get that ball off faster. The one turnover that happened in the game that gave the Browns some points that come back to bite you was the turnover that Russell Wilson had when he held the ball too long. I mentioned too in the game preview. I said I think Russell Wilson gonna get strip sacked once because he held the ball too long. And he always drifts to the other side and that's the side Myles Garrett is on. Like that. So he drifted to the left side and Myles Garrett came in there and just swapped it out of his hand. Like I already called it. I already knew it was gonna happen in the game because he been doing that. And we've been getting away with it little by little, the past few weeks, but it finally caught up to us. Like I mentioned, you got to go out there and handle business. The red zone, you got to be more efficient. So the Steelers can find a way to do that and get back on track. You beat the Bengals, you go 9-3, but the Bengals are playing for something too as well. They 4-7 right now. They're looking like, okay, the Broncos sitting at 7-5. You got the Dolphins sitting at 5-6 right there too. Colts still at 5-7. The Bengals have opportunity still in the mix a little bit. They win that game against the Steelers. Move to 5-7, still you keep the hopes alive. You try to find a way to win out. Other teams lose, and you might see yourself squeezed in the playoffs. So the Steelers got to make sure they come out here prepared too, because the Bengals looking to put a hurting on us too, because they got something to play for too as well. So it's gonna be two teams going out, division game, of course, as well. Tough battle. Got to handle business and try to see if you can stay on top of the AFC North. The Browns look to play spoiler. They beat the Ravens already. You know, they beat the Steelers now already too as well. They have opportunity to play spoilers too. They're sitting at 3-8, but hey, you never know what can happen. This NFL league is crazy. We see teams before squeeze themselves in the playoffs. I'm not saying the Browns gonna make the playoffs, but we've seen teams squeeze themselves in the playoffs before. My Steelers did it. We did it last year, 10-7, and then the 1 year when Big Ben was here, we went 9-7-1, and we squeezed ourselves in the playoffs. The Chargers and Raiders were that game. The Raiders beat the Chargers. Not the Chargers after the playoff right there. So you never know what could happen. So the Browns, they might not have nothing on paper, and you're looking at it from afar like a far-fetched dream to play for, but they still can play spoiler. You never know what could happen. The league is very unpredictable. We've seen crazy things happen before in the game of football. So we're gonna see, of course, our team can go out there and handle business. The Steelers can keep playing and getting better and better. This division is heating up a little bit too. The Steelers, they can handle business and try to keep winning games and get themselves to push on the first seed, still in reach. The Chiefs maybe lose some. You play the Chiefs, of course, once. You play the Chiefs once, of course. You're one game behind the Bills now, so it's still in reach. Still very much in reach like that to get the first seed. You need a few things to happen, of course, now. So we'll have to wait and see those things kind of transpire a little bit. But I'm actually kind of happy, like I mentioned earlier, that we lost that game against the Browns. They're gonna let us reset back, because we have guys. I think the guys on our team who really got there, who won, is Coach Tomlin, of course, winning as an assistant coach of Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He won, of course, the Super Bowl, and also as a head coach for the Steelers, he won a Super Bowl versus the Cardinals in Super Bowl 43, and then also he lost the Super Bowl here in Dallas, Texas, Super Bowl 45 versus the Packers. So he know what it feels like to be on both sides. Russell Wilson, same thing. He won the Super Bowl, of course. Then he lost the Super Bowl the following year. I think it was Super Bowl, was it 48, 49? I think he lost to the Patriots. The heart-crushing one, Malcolm Butler got the interception, so they know what it feels like to be on both sides of the spectrum. So I'm hoping the people are listening, locking in, especially the young players and stuff, locking into what Russ is saying, because he's been on the field, and what Coach Tomlin is saying, of course, as well. Because right now we're sitting at the top. We still have a lot of games left, of course. We could easily find ourselves, if we win out, that'd be great. You'd be 14-3, or my prediction was 12-5. I don't think we're gonna win out, because we have moments where we be tripping sometimes. But 12-5, my prediction. You go 12-5, you probably find a way to get the #1 spot in the AFC North, of course, and then probably top 2-3 seed like that, depending on what happens with the Bills and the Chiefs, of course. So we'll see what happens. I think the only time a team, I think it was on Madden. I think I played Madden one time, and I think the only time the Steelers missed the playoffs, well, it was a wild card team with their 13 wins was on Madden. I'm like, how you win 13 games to be a wild card team? It's probably a team in the NFL that did that before. That's when your division is very tough. If you win 13 games and you're a wild card team, that's when your division is very different. You got 12 games and your wild card team, your division is different. So like last year, the Steelers, when they had 10 wins, wild card. You got the Bengals. The Browns were sitting at 11 wins. They was in a wild card as well. And the Ravens, top of the division. So last year we had 3 playoff teams. This year it'd probably be 2. So only 2 guys gonna make it out. It'll be the Steelers. Most likely gonna be Steelers and Ravens, but you never know what can happen. It's a lot of football left. So we just take it game by game. As I look in the head, I've seen some fans were saying Super Bowl and saying all this crazy stuff. No. Focus on the Bengals. What Belichick said before one time, they kept asking him about the things that happened. We're on to Cincinnati. Focus on Cincinnati. We're on to Cincinnati. We're going to focus on Cincinnati first, handle them, and then you'll see what happens after that. So we need to prepare and get ready for this big, grueling game. You had, of course, the Commanders game. And you had, of course, the Ravens game. It was a division game. You had the Browns division game in a short week. You had a kind of mini bye week, too, as well, to prepare yourself and get ready. Alex Highsmith might be back as well, so we'll have to see if I can get an update on that probably later today. But we got some things coming, so the Steelers can find a way to get back on track, win this game. They had a 5-game win streak. You win this game, get back on track, be 9-3, and then you kind of see what happens after that. You got the Chiefs, I think. No, I get the Browns again, and then you got the Chiefs, and then you got I think Browns, Chiefs. Is it Browns, Chiefs? I think Ravens and Bengals. So you got some tough games. There's some playoff contending type teams that you got to play next. So we got to prepare ourselves. But that's all I have for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you really like to subscribe for more content. And I'll see you guys probably later today discussing some injury reports and updates by Alex Highsmith. I don't know if they have an article out yet. They mentioned it a few days ago that he could possibly play this week. I'm going to see if they have any more news about that. But be on the lookout for that coverage. But yeah, peace out.